Hello mga kabibig! Welcome back sa bagong YouTube channel. Ito ang pinakamaingay na YouTuber sa lahat ng YouTube. O eto na kabibig ha. Ngayong araw na to, ang ang continuation ng Justice Committee para tingnan kung may substance ba ang impeachment ni VP Sara, mga grounds for impeachment ni VP Sara. Kahapon, yung una ay parang binasura na. Kasi apat yun nung nagpa-impeach kay BP Sara. Yung una, basura na. Pangalawa, dito, ilang gibawi ang inahang impeachment ni BP Sara ang complaint. Ngayon, akay dilima na o katong pagtapos ang ilang Benny Abante. Ngayon, si Dilima na ang nagpresenta. Ngayon, si Congressman Bong Suntay pinadapa si Lila de Lima. O knockout talaga si Lila de Lima sa mga sinasabi ni Congressman Bong Suntay. Pero kahit anong pang gawin nila, kahit nag-isa lang si Congressman Bong Suntay, para yatang kulang sa power si Congressman Bong Suntay. Ang dami kayang mga mga kongresista na itong mga kongresista ito ay pumirma noong last year na impeachment ni Bibi Sara. Natural, paano mamakuha na magkaroon ng fairness kung itong mga kongresistang ito ay sila rin ang pumirma sa impeachment ni BP Sara? 'Di ba? Kaya sabi ni Congressman Bong Suntay, mag-inhibit kayo. Kasi last year, kayo din ang pumirma sa impeachment ni BP Sara. Ngayon na nagkaroon ng House hearing, it's because last year naging unconstitutional. You have learned your lesson. Pero, ang nakabatian ni Kabibig, itong mga kongresistang ito, ng palibot nito, sila rin ang pumirma last year. So ano ang iyong prediction? Natural, ma-impeachment si BP Sara sa Kongreso. O ito Kabibiga, ito si Congressman Bong Sontay sa kanyang explanation. At sana magising din ang katotohanan ng mga kongresistang ito, Kabibig. Let's watch this video. Alerty kayo ay. Ito na.
Of this confidential funds.
Thank you. Any other more question? Any other member who wish to manifest on the first ground of impeachment of the third impeachment complaint? The Honorable Suntay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa komite, bago tayo pumasok sa substance ng complaint number 3, mahalagang balikan muna natin ang tungkulin natin sa ilalim ng rules of impeachment.
Tama.
Ang mandato ng committee ito ay simple, ngunit pabigat. Tiyakin ang bawat impeachment complaint na dinala sa kapulungan ay pumasa sa pamantayan ng batas. Kaya ang panawagan ko sa bawat miyembro ay pairali natin ang parehong antas ng pagsusuri na inaasahan sa anumang legal proceedings. Maingat, patas at walang kinikilingan.
Tama.
Ang tanong sa harap natin ngayon ay hindi kung political controversy, kundi kung ang complaint ba ay naglalaman ng ultimate facts na kung ipagpapalagay na totoo ay bumubuo ng impeachable offense sa ilalim ng Rule 3, Section 5. Mahalaga rin tandaan natin na meron na tayong established standards ang committee ito. Dahil ng ilang linggo lang na nakaraan, dumaan rin sa committee na ito yung impeachment complaint laban sa Pangulong Marcos. Mula sa mga naunang disposisyon ng impeachment complaints, malinaw na sinabi ng komite na ito na hindi sapat ang mga aligasyon na nakaantabay lamang sa administrative process, audit observation, o konklusyon na walang malinaw na factual particulars tulad ng unlawful acts, personal participation, o personal gain. Sa parehong pamantayan na iyon, dapat natin suriin ang complaint 3 and 4. Kung ang mga aligasyon ba ay tunay na naglalatag ng impeachable offense o kung ang mga ito ay naglalarawan lamang ng mga pangyayaring hindi pa naman napapatunayan na illegal na gawain. Ang diskusyon na ito na nais kong buksan ay nakatuon dito sa pamantayan na ito. Now, dadako na ako sa aligasyon. On complaint 3, naisaad na on August 22,
If I may interrupt, Honorable Suntay, we are deliberating on a per ground basis.
Yes.
We are only on the first ground.
I'm on the first ground, Madam
Thank you.
Chair. It was just an opening statement. On August 22, 2022, as alleged, VP Sara requested an additional amount of 250 million for confidential funds, as was stated by the Honorable Congresswoman Laila De Lima. The allegation establishes only that the respondent requested confidential funds. Requesting funds is part of the budget execution process and is not illegal per se. The complaint does not allege that the request violated any law or constitutional prohibition. Thus, no impeachable offense was pleaded. On paragraph 24, it stated only 125 million was approved for release for the office.
Ng signal kabibig. Pero grabe si Bong Suntay kabibig ha. Grabe ang kanyang tawag dito, ang kanyang pag-explain at iniisa-isa. Naku, ano kaya maging pakiramdam ni Lele De Lima? Okay, let's continue. Naka-okay na to. Saan ba to si Bong Suntay? Okay.
Malinaw na sinabi ng komite na ito na hindi sapat ang mga aligasyon na nakaantabay lamang sa administrative process, audit observation, o konklusyon na walang malinaw na factual particulars tulad ng unlawful acts, personal participation, o personal gain. Sa parehong pamantayan na iyon, dapat natin suriin ang complaint 3 and 4. Kung ang mga aligasyon ba ay tunay na naglalatag ng impeachable offense o kung ang mga ito ay naglalarawan lamang ng mga pangyayaring hindi pa naman napapatunayan na illegal na gawain. Ang diskusyon na ito na nais kong buksan ay nakatuon dito sa pamantayan na ito. Now, dadako na ako sa aligasyon. On complaint 3, naisaad na on August 22,
If I may interrupt, Honorable Suntay, we are deliberating on a per ground basis.
Yes.
We are only on the first ground.
I'm on the first ground, Madam
Thank you.
Chair. It was just an opening statement. On August 22, 2022, as alleged, VP Sara requested an additional amount of 250 million for confidential funds, as was stated by the Honorable Congresswoman Laila De Lima. The allegation establishes only that the respondent requested confidential funds. Requesting funds is part of the budget execution process and is not illegal per se. The complaint does not allege that the request violated any law or constitutional prohibition. Thus, no impeachable offense was pleaded. On paragraph 24, it stated only 125 million was approved for release for the office.
Parehang nagkaroon ng signal problem in this part mga kabibig. Katulad din ito ng ICC, di ba? Natin. Nagkaroon ng signal interruption kabibig.
Of the Vice President. But the signing alone constitute an impeachable offense? Signing of a disbursement voucher is a ministerial or administrative act necessary for fund release. The complaint does not allege that the voucher was falsified or illegal. Therefore, the paragraph does not contain any unlawful overt act. On paragraph 27, the cash was placed into 4 traveling bags. VP Sara was, as alleged, even assuming that the instructions was given, the allegation describes operational handling of confidential funds. Dahil ang disbursement ng confidential funds, hindi naman cheque ang ini-issue sa mga confidential agent. Naturally, you would need cash to disburse for to be distributed. At 4 p.m., as alleged on paragraph 28, December 20, Acosta gave, ito yung tungkol sa handling raw ng funds, Colonel La Chica gave the full amount of 125 million. The paragraph describes a transfer between subordinates. No allegations is made that the respondent received the funds or personally benefited, which is very important, yung personal benefit. Handling of funds, the distribution should benefit someone. We are trying to impeach the Vice President. Does this distribution of money of the confidential funds ultimately benefited the Vice President. I read through all the entirety of the complaint, and there is no specific allegation that the money was indeed that the money indeed went to the Vice President. On paragraph 37, using her subordinates and the VPSG, this is a conclusory allegation unsupported by factual details. The complaint does not specify the amount allegedly taken, the benefit obtained, the assets acquired. Under Rule 3, Section 5, conclusions do not constitute ultimate facts. The complaint further alleges that the Vice President disbursed the amount in 11 days. You know, we have to take note. The request from the Office of the Vice President was made on August 20, 2022. The funds were approved by the President and downloaded to the Office of the Vice President on December 20. 11 days before the end of the calendar year. So, but the question is, does rapid disbursement alone constitute an impeachable offense? Does it establish illegality? Confidential funds may be disbursed quickly due to operational requirements. The complaint fails to show the unlawful diversion. Saan ba ginamit yung confidential funds? COA issued, it is true that COA issued its first audit observation memorandum. But an audit observation memorandum is a preliminary audit finding, requesting clarification. It does not establish liability nor show that respondents personally falsified documents. It was also alleged that COA issued a notice of disallowance on August 8, 2024 for items totaling 73 million. But a notice of disallowance establishes potential administrative liability subject to appeal. It does not automatically establish criminal conduct or an impeachable offense. Now, ang kailangan natin malaman, is there a final audit observation issued by the COA? O wala? Because I was going through the complaint, there was no mention of a final.
Shock si Dilima. Pinadapa siya ni Bong
There was.
Suntay.
It has to be. It was not contained in the complaint. So, Madam Chairman, with regards to the first allegation, on my part, these are my observations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Since I observe that we are beginning to become passionately engaged in our deliberation, I am reminding the justice members to limit the manifestation into 5 minutes. And the committee secretariat are requested to be observant on the allowable time given to each member. May we ask the endorser to comment, to respond to the observations of the Honorable Suntay.
Madam Chair, may I request that you will hear first all the observations so that you will have an entire response.
If for the sake of continuity of the
Because
flow
I
of
have
thoughts,
also my
same
my-
observation?
I have different observations.
Yes, let us hear
Okay.
first the comment of the endorser to the observation of Honorable Suntay, and then we will be calling you Honorable Rodriguez. Honorable De Lima?
Thank you. As I mentioned earlier, the VP herself is the ultimate responsible officer or accountable officer of all of these expenses or all these disbursements and spending of the confidential funds. Malinaw po na sina-add sa paragraphs 149, 151, and 153 that VP Sara was the accountable officer for over 500 million and that no disbursement could occur without her approval. And it was also further alleged that she directed the preparation, encashment, and delivery of 125 million. Meron hong testimonya na sinasabi na yung mga yon, yung mga funds na yon ay hindi naman talaga nagamit dun sa mga dapat ipaggamit ng confidential funds. And then kanina po, yung sinabi po ni Congressman Suntay, dun sa wala namang sinasabi doon na mali yung pagkakagamit ng mga confidential funds. May I direct the attention of the Honorable Committee, Annexes C, F, H, and I are certifications that says expenses were incurred with agencies, intel, and confidential operations. And based on the audit observation memoranda issued by the COA, ito ay hindi naman talaga na ginamit dun sa mga totoong purposes of the confidential and intel funds, but actually were wrongly disbursed to wrong persons and for the wrong purposes. Yung paggamit ng mga confidential funds na katulad ng ginagamit para sa safe houses, sa tables and chairs, sa laptops, nakasabi po yan lahat dito, at that is a misuse of confidential funds alongside yung pagtatakip rin. Kasi remember, when the committee then requested from COA, any finding, any certification with respect to the spending of the OVP's funds, pinigilan pa nga ito ng kanyang chief of staff na wag gawin ng COA. This is a form of obstruction, and that is under her instructions. And clear po sa mga dokumento na ito na mali talaga yung paggamit ng mga confidential intel funds. Nakita natin yung mga acknowledgements receipts ng mga which appear to be questionable and fictitious names. These were approved by the Vice President herself. May pirma siya sa certain documents as attached. So I don't see the validity of the argument na walang proof na may kinalaman si VP sa paggastos ng mali ng confidential funds ng Office of the Vice President.
Thank you. Again, for purposes of an orderly deliberation, except for the
Ganun talaga, no? Pag galit kay VP, hahanapan talaga nila ng usot para maging totoo ang mga sinasabi nila. Pero mabuti na lang na nandyan si Congressman Bong Suntay para sumupalpal sa kanila. Dapang-dapa sila de Lima. Kitang-kita sa pagmumukha kanina na yun na niya alam kung paano sasagutin si Congressman Bong Suntay. In fairness kay Congressman Bong Suntay, talagang pinag-aralan niya ang grounds of impeachment ni VP Sara at nakita niya na walang substance to. Oo, puro na lang haka-haka, allegedly. Kabibig, ano ang iyong reaction hinggil dito? Pero I'm sure naman alam na natin niya, ipagpatuloy lang ang impeachment kay VP Sara. Napaghalataan tuloy. Pero itong mga taong ito yung mga taong ito na nakatanggap ng maleta. Sabi ng ex-Marines, nakatanggap sila ng maleta. Yun lang kabibig, di umano, maleta. Perang-pera, di ba? Grabe. Saan ba yun sinabi nila dito? Yung maleta? Magkano ba yun? Pero may ano ako parang mayroon akong video dyan na nakatanggap sila ng maleta. Grabe naman. Ito saan ba yun ito. Pakinggan natin yung kay Lena de Lima ba ito? Pakinggan natin kay Bibig. Nasaan ba ito? Wait mga kabibig hanapin natin Lena de Lima. Baka later na lang ano ko ito. Ito yung sinabi ng 18 Marines. Paano ito sasagutin ni Lena de Lima? Pero sabi niya, mali. Hindi totoo yan. Ito.
Isa pa hong binakbak sa inyo, bakit daw nakasama si Senator de Lima sa listahan ng mga pinag-deliveran ng pera?
Hindi po, ang malinaw doon, nakita nila si Congresswoman Laila de Lima na nakipag-meeting kay Sunny Trillanes, Speaker Romualdez, kay Zaldico at saka si Secretary Ed Anyo. sa townhouse. Ang estilo kasi po ni Saldico, laging meron siyang kasama sa convoy na sasakyan na nandoon yung pera. Paglabas, may bit-bit na. Yun ang sinasabi po nila.
So
Ay,
hindi
hindi
siya
siya-
nabigyan ng pera. Sabi
Nabigyan
niya,
po siya.
Nabigyan siya ng pera. So hindi ho tatanggalin yung pangalan ni Senator
Like,
dun sa mga nakatanggap? Ganun ho ba?
Kasi yun ang sinasabi nila eh. At nakita nila na may bit-bit nga siya.
Sinong nakakita kay Senator De Lima?
Yung kami po lahat.
Anong nakita nyo exactly?
Paglabas po niyan, ma'am, kikita po namin na bit-bit na po nila yung mga paper bag na may
Paper
lamang
bag.
pera.
Magkano yung laman ng paper bag?
Estimated namin, ma'am, nasa 5 to 10.
5 to 10 million.
Yes.
Ang correction lang, paper bag, hindi maleta. Pero sinasabi ho nila na nabigyan siya.
Kaya ang sabi ko, it could be an oversight on my part. Hindi ko naman sinabing mali ako.
Mariin itong itinanggi ni De Lima.
Oh.
Isa pa hong
'Di ba? Kayo, puro kayo confidential funds pero naka-receive pala kayo ng mga paper bag na pera. Paper bag na may lamang pera. Yun lang, kabibig. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye everyone. See you next time.